Well, hello, and welcome to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. Thank you very much for being here. If you're a first timer, long timer, cross watcher, everybody welcome. Quick little review of what separates this tarot reading from all others. First of all, it's archetypal, 8 to 10 cards from 4 different decks. So you get a real interesting mix sometimes. Secondly, I focus on manifesting energy, okay? I want to give you a tool, something to help you navigate your life more successfully. And so I focus on manifesting energy in every reading. You tap in, tap out, your choice, your tool. I do something called the Hyper Shuffle. You'll see that in a minute. And I try to get the reading in a 10-minute window. Again, because of you. This whole reading is centered on you. A 10-minute reading means that you can get it into your daily life. Practice every single day. Pick up on the manifesting energy. Pick up on the cosmic tools, if you will. And you can do it real easily. Or if you fall back a little bit, you can easily catch up. But that's what makes this Tao Manifesting Tarot reading so different. And it all begins right here with the Oracle card. Let's begin. There is today's Tao Manifesting Tarot reading. Let's begin with the manifesting energy. Come to the edge. Come to the edge. I think in a lot of ways that's what 2022 is going to be about for many of us. Going to the edge of where we have been in our lives, what we've thought, what we've felt. Because the last couple of years, we have not really kind of pushed our boundaries at all. We've had our boundaries pushed back at us. And now it's time to step forward into the future. And the future, you will find, is on the edge. Come to the edge. That is the manifesting energy. Tap in, tap out. Your choice, your power. But with the Ace of Swords here, that means there's more information coming in. There have been dribbles of it, and depending on how much you really searched the internet, how much you dug for the news, the information, the real truth, you already have come to this. If you haven't, there is still another enlightenment process. And in fact, coming up down the road a few weeks, looks like Jupiter and Neptune join together. That may very likely open the door for a whole bunch of people. Give you some new understanding, some new truth. Because there's been a lot of baloney. What's making the headlines is called news, but it's not truth. You are on the verge of finding your own truth. And I would think that over the next 6 to 8 weeks, that very likely will hit you. That inspiration, that truth, that fact, that knowing. And it will flip your world in some regards. Because the things that you knew on a soul level, you knew were true, but did not really focus on in terms of the 3D, you're now going to have to confront on some level. And especially with that Jupiter-Neptune conjunction coming up, I think it's around the middle of the month in April, you are going to see some amazing stuff. But the year ahead will be an eye-opener. And you will see your world in a very different way. And of course, that's because you have new information and you're coming to the edge. You're looking for it. I remember seeing a meme this week where it said that sheep are fed information, wolves hunt for information. You're a wolf right now. That will end a lot of the misconceptions that you've had about your world, yourself, how the two blend together. And you see here in the card, all these, I think it looks like the Pope. I'm sure it's probably not, and certainly not specifically, but you get the idea because this is an old style tarot card. The people with the power are begging for their lives or dead. Children are just sitting there in amazement, wonderment. There is a part of you that thought you knew that's about to die, if it hasn't already. And that is because of these two cards, right? The new revelation coming up, and I'm really expecting a big one coming up in April, which will force you to have to rethink everything, allow you to come to the edge in your life. And that alone will create a kind of death for you, which has been a long time in coming, but is very, very welcome. Because quite often, maybe even right now, like the Seven of Pentacles, you're wondering, is it all worth it? Is it all worth it? I can't sort this out. There's just too much information. Everything they put in front of us is baloney. How do I know? Should I keep working? Yeah, you keep working on what's important to you. Keep working on your values. And I know Pentacles always connected with money. If that's important to you, fine. But you see what happens when you have a world where money is the most important thing. More important than people, more important than health, more important than anything. You see what kind of world you get. You are still working on your own set of values. But again, you will have tremendous help coming to the edge, your edge, as we hit certainly April. But throughout the year with the new insights which give you a whole new perspective. But you're getting over a broken heart. You're getting rid of stinking thinking. You realize now that much of what you've been told, and as 2022 unfolds, much of what you've been told you will discover has been untrue, and it's going to be painful. And you just have to get through it because it is new information. You see the sword stabbing the heart. It's false information that you've been fed. Once you understand that, once you get that, you get that hanged man idea, the different perspective, everything changes. You can't help it. And a part of your life that you have, you're attached to, I don't know if you cherish it, but you're attached to, it's going to have to pass away and go away. Other magnifier card, this just highlights everything, the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is bereavement, loss, regret. Yeah, sadness. You realize that you've been let down. The stuff that you loved, the people that you loved, the ideas that you loved, they're not getting it. It's false. And there's this kind of sense of loss that you're going through right now, but not without good reason. And we come to the vice versa cards. Two of them are in reverse, meaning that's what you're working on right now. King of Pentacles. Your values, what really is important to you. Boy, that's been constantly changing over the past year or so, right? What you thought was important, you're finding out maybe not isn't. And at that point, in fact, what you thought was important may have been hurting you actually. So you're working on reorganizing, recoordinating your sense of values. You're also inside working on more information, more insight, taking all of this information, taking all of these experiences that you have had up to this point and that you're going to have will get you to think in a new way. There will be some key point, some key issue that will turn you around. And that's why you need that hangman energy. And that's why you need to come to the edge. But having that hangman energy will bring you to the edge and allow you to continue to work on formulating a brand new set of values. You cannot continue with the values that you've had, that you've been told that you had to have, that you've been brainwashed into having. You have to think for yourself, which means you have to come to the edge. Thinking for yourself. Those two cards, I couldn't say it better. Those two cards, thinking for yourself. Doing that will bring you to the edge and a brand new life. A better life, too, for that matter. There you go. That's it for the read. Thumbs up for the folks on YouTube. I appreciate it. Please also subscribe and share. I love that we have a chance to do this every day. I do a brand new read every day, 365 days a year. It may not make it special for a lot of people, but it makes it special for me that you and I have a chance to share. So between now and the next time you and I talk tarot together, peace and blessings.